you went from a startup founder to full-time dad, and after 2 days of paternity leave, you basically changed your entire path. What happened in your life that made that decision feel necessary?
What happened in my life to make it feel necessary to change my course? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's pent up reflection, but like, not all at once. It wasn't like, "This is the first time I thought of this," when I got fired and decided to go stay-at-home dad. It was like, I'm doing the path in the startup or and just in any work or any I'm, like, operating under old mode, but I got 2 tiny babies, and sometimes, like, this don't feel right, like, for an extended period of time, and so when I got fired, it was more like, "Okay, something needs to change, and this is a moment where I can really change." I got lots of time to change, and so it I didn't even know I should stay home. The first thought I had was, "Let me go do another startup." Then it was like it unfolded. Like, am I really doing this? How long am I gonna be doing we had 3 years. What? 3 it's like I'm still surprised by it, but I'm still loving it.
You're living a life. So you and your spouse are both high performers. So at the end of the day, you both have been accomplished. You have studied extensively. You are still living that high performance life. We often say that on the show, but high performance to me could be mom and dad duties at home, doing way more than the average person. We talked in 5 seconds. We were like, dude, you're homeschooling, you've got the gym behind you. You're like, kids could come in and out. You've got your family necklace on. I mean, there's a lot going on all at
Yeah.
one time. And that's what high performance is like. It's one of those things where we just do the max amount that we can, but we focus on what's most important. And it's not always the answer that we think it is. Like some people think that high performance means packing as much in as you possibly can. Sometimes it's actually taking a step back and evaluating, and that's kind of what you were doing. You took a step back, which was counterintuitive to everything else you had ever done in your career, your
Totally.
life.
I I really appreciate the framing that you just did on what performance is. It's like, be yourself, like, but maximally. Whatever that looks like.
100%.
And that takes a lot of reflection to figure out who we are actually because we are so we so emphasize parts of ourselves to fit in, to succeed, to be good, and then we, like, forget these other parts. Not we don't forget them, but we kind of de-emphasize or bury these other parts of us. And so, like, how we bring it back together, is a process. There's a Carl Jung quote right here, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who we truly are." I like that word privilege. Like, it's kinda the right word. It's like it's a gift, but it's, scary and hard.
Well, it's a freedom. The thing is to become who you truly are is a freedom. If you have the ability to get comfortable in your own skin and to do what you want to do and to prioritize what you feel is most important, it's a freedom. And I think, in some ways I feel like I always lived that way. And in others, I look back and I wasn't fully
Mm.
living that way. So I like had those moments where I'm like, dude, I'm living that way. And then I wake up and I'm like, nope, wasn't living fully. And if I look back on these decades of life, I can see how the evolving has occurred. And it's so powerful to watch that freedom come into
Yeah,
effect.
ultimate freedom. It requires a whole bunch of things: time, resources, support, something that looks like therapy, with whoever you want. It could be a friend or it could be a professional, but either way, something that looks like this sharing. The first way I first have to share it with my closest friend before I can bring it here. You know what I mean? Like, I get comfortable with this part of myself, and the more I'm showing it, the more I get comfortable with it, and I can bring it into the world a bit. And
Yeah, well, you got to speak it. You got to speak it
yeah,
out loud.
yeah, like,
And I think when you speak something out loud, you can get reflection, not only your own reflection, but you get a reflection from from someone that you appreciate or admire, and that can allow you to have a deeper reflection that can now take it
And
to another
someone who
level.
takes care of you, right? Like someone who actually takes care of you because you're gonna bring this vulnerable baby part of you that hasn't developed since you were 3 years old. You're gonna bring that part, and they need to help take care of it with you, uh, and make it feel safe. I have a friend like
Right.
that, Josh Neff, uh, uh, also happens to be a psychiatrist. We had done training together, but, um, he has made a huge impact on my life. He helped me decide not to do residency. Like, he helped me make these not even make the decision, get comfortable. The decision already made. I'm already like, this is what my heart wants, but I'm scared. I am so scared. And so I just wanna shout out Josh Neff because I appreciate him.
Well, you know what I think it talks about the power of friendship. You know, if you think about it, it's really interesting. The older I get, the more I not only value friendships, but I value the friendships that I have that I can go deep and that have a long running relationship to build off of. So, you know, my great friend who listens to every one of my episodes is also named Josh, and we can hang out for like 20 minutes or 20 hours. We're going to have a great time. We're going to share something super deep. We're going to build off the friendship, and we know who we were and we know who we
Oh,
are,
yeah,
and we respect that part of us. And so like when I see him grow or he sees me grow, there's
yep.
this super value that comes to that, because they're not, a lot of people dislike you for growing. Like, you lose friends for leveling up in life in different ways. Maybe you have kids and they don't. Maybe you sell a startup and they think you're at a different level. Maybe, you know, they saw your success and it's challenging. Like, these are things that happen in life. Your friends that stand by you and celebrate your successes are the same ones that can really elevate you in a lot of ways.
I love
Friendships
2 things
matter.
you said. One is context. They got the context. They know you. You're not like, "Here's who I am. So when I was 3 years old, this happened, and when I was 15, this thing happened. This girl, she said no to me. I was so embarrassed. I decided I'm gonna be the riskiest risk taker in the world." Like, they have so much context. Um, and what I find when friends kind of fall off is not everyone's able to take care of you because they can't take care of themselves. And so, like, you cannot take care of someone else unless before you're taking care of yourself because you have to come at it full. You mostly you have to come at it unconditionally. You're like, "Hey, I wanna spend time with you. I don't care if you won the track star. I don't care if you got 1st place or 2nd pla I just wanna be with you." Like,
Right.
and that's a hard thing to do, and it takes time, and so if someone's not taking care of themselves, they need to spend their time elsewhere, working on themselves first. And there's a few friends. I mean, can you be yourself and do they take care of you? That's the only 2 questions I got when you got friends. Can you be yourself? So what we've been working on, we definitely, like, say, "Let's be ourselves" a lot. So in our clinic, there's a poster. It's "Let's be ourselves." It's close to the "Believe" in the background of you. I love
Yeah.
that what it
Yeah. The,
means. It means something not just here, but here. Um, and so can you be yourself and do people take care of you? Do you take care of yourself? I think these are some of the most important questions that are not questions, priorities in terms of relationships.
yeah, when you say take care of, the way I interpret that internally is, you know, I always look to be a giver in a relationship, but you have to find people that are willing to be giving back. And when you say someone is willing to take care of you, it means that they're giving of themselves to
Yeah.
you in a way that's willing to not just take what
Mm.
you're giving. And a lot of friendships, the older we get, we see how the value of friendship can become something where one's giving, the other's taking. And I was in a car one time and I was with one of my good buddies, and an old friend called me, and they proceeded to talk about themselves for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And I asked all these questions. I was like, oh, how's the kids? What's going on? How's this? And we never did they ask a single question about me, my life, what's going on. And I hung up the phone and I thought to myself, how many years or how many times have I just not recognized that that was the conversation? But sitting
Was.
next to someone who is the exact opposite, the immediate response they had when I hung up the phone, because it was on speaker, we were on a road trip. He was like, dude, did that guy just want to talk about himself for a good 20 minutes, or did he want to know anything that's going on with you in your life? You guys just said you hadn't talked in forever. He didn't give
Yep,
a shit about what was happening in your life. And I was like, yeah, dude, I was thinking the
yep,
same thing. But it comes back to your point of, can they take care of you? Is are they giving or are they
totally.
taking? And if we can identify that, man, you can get so much further in relationships with
Giving.
givers.
I totally agree with everything that you just said. You know, Scott, I had the wondering 2 things wondering while you're talking. One is, how do I take care of you, or how do people take care of you in your life? What does that look like? I've been interested in.
That's a really deep question. It's very, very valuable. Um, I think I need the energy that I put out into the world. So I put out a lot of positive energy. I put out a lot of good vibes. I put like my a lot of my mantra is, man, if I love you, if I'm with you, I will do anything for you. But I also want to know that you got my back. I want to know that, like, and I don't ever ask anybody for anything, but I just know that you've got me. And so it's that affirmation that's really valuable to me. It's also appreciation. If I'm a big giver, I want to give and I want to take care of people. I think one of the things that comes back to me when you ask that question is I love the ability to be the protector, the provider, the leader. And so sometimes that is, your strengths turned up too loud become your blind spots. So a blind spot of
100%.
mine
Yep.
so a blind spot of mine is my inability to receive that I've been working on a lot. So like you get to the point where you're so giving, you're so leading, and you're so out front, and you forget that you're not receiving. So now if a friend says, "Hey, I'm going to pick up dinner," and maybe they're in a different financial spot, and I know it, and my initial response is, "No, no, no, I'm good. I got you." Now it's, "Thank you. I'm so grateful." So these are things that I'm
Mm,
working on, but when you ask that question, I think I think it's just a mutual energy. Like, just match my
right.
energy with me and celebrate successes together.